The White House announced on Tuesday that it will now decide which news outlets can regularly cover President Trump, a departure from the long-standing practice that I've always known of journalists independently selecting the press pool. See, for over a century, the press pool has been chosen by journalists, not by the government. Just a straight-up First Amendment violation, as far as I'm concerned. But one thing a politician is going to do, at least these types of politicians, is gaslight you. Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said, or Levitt, I think it is. Anyway, I don't know, whatever her name is. She said the change is going to modernize coverage by rotating traditional outlets and adding streaming services. The Associated Press, for its own sake, has filed a lawsuit after being barred from certain events because they wouldn't call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Yep, you heard me right. They were banned from events because they wouldn't call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Tuesday, a federal judge chose not to reinstate the AP's access, but urged the White House to reconsider. In other words, they know it's whack, but they don't want to be the ones to intervene. Further hearings are set for March. Now, if the president can pick and choose who gets to question him, what happens to holding power accountable? Free press is on the line. And whether or not you like the media, whether or not you love the media, that should matter to everybody. See, Donald Trump is a bully. And the Trump administration has bullied its way through the media for years now. First, they did it through shame and intimidation. And now they're trying different tactics. I mean, first of all, Donald Trump is up in the executive quarters of so many legacy media outlets. He's literally telling people, fire this person, don't fire this person. I'm not giving you access unless you deny access to that person. I mean, Donald Trump, according to all my sources, has been very active in his administration, not him always personally, have been very active in making sure that the press is managed and controlled. He wants to have limited opposition. He also wants the media to be a kind of a mouthpiece of his. He wants the media to be an extension of his interests, not the other way around. Or he doesn't want the media to represent the American people's interests, which is the idea of it. The reason we have a free press is to hold power to account, to challenge mainstream media outlets, to challenge the president and the mayor and the governor and the dog catcher and everybody else, to raise tough questions, to speak on behalf of the American people or the people, to fact find. But if Donald Trump is saying, look, you can only get in the room if you play ball with me, then what does it mean to play ball? Now, I don't want to romanticize the free press. Free press been trashed for a long time. It's the free press that normalizes the two-party system. It's the free press that ignores substantive critiques of capitalism. It's the free press that ignores the devastation and underdevelopment of the third world. I'm not pretending the press is perfect, but they were at least trash on their own independent grounds. Now they're being trash under the thumb of the Trump administration. This is awful. And if it's happening to the Associated Press, what do you think is going to happen to smaller outlets? What do you think is going to happen to Black outlets? What do you think is going to happen to radical leftist outlets? What do you think is going to happen to queer and trans outlets? What do you think is going to happen to people who don't have the access and the power that the AP does? This is a problem.